You guys, LazyJamie here, and today we have a somewhat, well actually no, not somewhat, it is a more serious topic than usual. There may be content that you do not like, but I'm sure you've heard about this already if you're already watching the video. If not, then we're going to learn about a bit more about it together, because today I checked my Twitter, woke up, I looked at my Twitter as I usually do, and there's usually memes and stuff on there, good times. But however, this time the recent scandal that's been going on, a controversy around Seungri of Big Bang, which I personally am not a fan of. I don't dislike them, I just don't really know them at all. So I know some of you watching this might be thinking, Jamie, you're not even a fan of Big Bang, why are you making a video on this? But it's just, I'm curious about it, I'm even if, for example, recently R. Kelly, right, got done for what was it, child exploitation or something. I don't listen to his music, and yet I still want to see how that pans out, because it's interesting to see the justice system, how it goes on, and especially this case, because with K-pop idols, people really look up to them, For some people, K-pop idols are essentially what their life revolves around, So it's interesting to see how this pans out, and also what other people think of the situation. I don't know the full story on it, so I'm gonna watch this video together today. It's called Addressing Seungri's Scandal. But hopefully this shines some light on it, because I had a look through the comments, and there's a lot of discussion going on. And we can have a read of the comments together afterwards. What I want you to do is please leave comments below of what you think of the situation, what you think should be the punishments. Do you think, just say what you think in the comments, because I want to learn more about the situation, because I know it's been going on for several weeks, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, but it seems like a lot of people are, against Seungri, understandably. But at the same time, there seems like a lot of, people for him. The majority is against. But at the same time, it seems like a lot of people are biased towards him and going on his side just because they like him as a person. We're going to watch this together, and if there's anything wrong in this video, please let me know, because the amount of likes this has, 7,200 likes compared to 73 dislikes, I would assume this video speaks the fact. This is addressing Seungri's scandal, so yeah, let's have a look. I'm interested in what's happening. Oh, loud. Like I said, some people might be like, Jamie, you're not even a fan of Big Bang, but if anything, I think it's better to come in as a neutral who doesn't really know them, because if you are a fan of them, you may have a bias towards them. I'm not saying everyone who's a fan is delusional or anything, I just mean if you're a fan of someone, you're likely to be biased towards them, you may have different perceptions of things because you associate them with, good times you've had and your attachment to them and stuff. But yeah, let's have a look at this, let's have a look. I didn't know of this. I've never really looked into other groups.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm doing a very unexpected video. I don't want to have to make this video, but I feel it necessary as a VIP and as a person with a platform to speak out about a current scandal that's taken a massive toll on a lot of people in Korea and overseas.
What's a VIP? Is that I don't know, what is a VIP? Is it you get a VIP for Big Bang shows, or is it I don't know. Is that the name of their fans? I don't know.
You've probably heard about this very serious sex crime situation that's current under police investigation.
By the way, I'm not going to keep on pausing after this, I just want to say one thing. I did do some research. I had a look on, the news articles and stuff that people are sharing on Twitter, and, I'm not completely blind to everything that's happened, but there will be probably new information in this that I don't know. I just want to, I wanted to look at a video for it, but I wanted to make a video on it so we could also have a discussion. I want to hear more what you guys think as well. So yeah.
Involving Seungri, who is now an ex-member of one of South Korea's biggest acts, Big Bang.
Yep.
A lot of people are responding to this scandal in many different ways, and I think we should talk about it here with mature discussion using facts and logical reasoning. Now first, we need to talk in detail about what exactly Seungri is being accused of at this point in time.
Okay, so
according to The Independent, Seungri has retired from the music industry and been banned from leaving the country after being charged with supplying prostitutes at his club in South Korea called Burning Sun. Now it's
so it was his club and he was supplying. I read that he was supplying them over internationally. Does that mean he's sending them? Or just in the clubs Like, are the girls willing to do it? I don't know, we'll see.
Note that Burning Sun isn't owned by Seungri,
Still not
but he is the face of the club and runs its publicity.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop talking now. I'm just gonna watch it.
Anyways, Seungri denies the charges but left his company YG in hopes of protecting his band's legacy. Now, going into more detail of the Burning Sun case, police have been investigating the club for weeks now over allegations including the supply of drugs to patrons and the staff supplying women who are under the influence of the drugs and alcohol for VIP clients to have sex with. So basically, to sum it up, it's rape. Women while drugged were filmed without consent, and the videos have been said to have been digitally shared. Prostitution is illegal in South Korea, and years of jail time could be the sentence. This is a serious crime that Seungri has denied any knowledge of. However, last month in February, he was declared a suspect in the crimes after a group chat dating all the way back to 2015 emerged from another celebrity's leaked phone, where Seungri appeared to talk about soliciting prostitutes for potential investors at his club and shared pornographic videos. Seungri...
Whoa, okay. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions because... I don't know, because... I know the whole point of this is his knowledge of it. Like, did he know it was happening? According to group chat pictures, which could be fake, but according to group chat pictures, yes. And you know, for it to be this publicized, I would say that it's almost definitely this is true. Like the whole allegedly this thing happening. I'd imagine that is like 99.99% true, in which case is disgusting. Like. Firstly, like it's just like 3 layers of wrong. Firstly, drugging girls, no. 2, having sexual intercourse with them while they're drugged, which is rape. So that's the second wrong, you know, doing that while they're drugged. And then 3, recording it, and then 4, sharing it online. And it sounds like they're giving these 2 potential investors to like encourage them to invest in the business maybe so they can make more money. Oh. Jeez, I'm hoping this isn't true. I'm pretty sure it is. Like, it is pretty much proven now, isn't it? But, oh, jeez, that's horrible. Look, that's horrible. Especially if he knows about it, but it seems like he does. So.
Accused the journalists who published the article about the messages to have fabricated the evidence to pin it against him. But the police just confirmed all the Kakao group chat messages were in fact real, and Seungri actually was in that group chat with many other celebrities, including Zico. Whoa. This tells us Seungri knew what was happening in the club all along.
But also, doesn't that mean the others know as well? Why is the other people in the group chat not getting... Or are they? It seemed like he was in a group chat with people talking about it, but only he's getting in trouble.
He responded and posted this on his Instagram earlier. To sum it up, he announced his retirement and that he will continue to participate in the ongoing investigation. He talks about receiving hate from the public and how he refuses to tolerate it. He thanks his fans and says he's sorry, but instead of mentioning the victims, he instead makes himself out to be a victim. Also, apparently he didn't even consult with YG about the retirement, he just left on his own, which I find very suspect.
Yeah,
now, why
would
Seungri retire completely if he was innocent? I understand he wants to protect Big Bang and YG's name, even though we all know that's not going to happen with everything that's going on. But if Seungri was honestly innocent, I don't think he should have resigned. Brings up even more suspicion, but it's best if he stays out of the light for right now. For VIP's defense...
this is good. Okay. I'm guessing that VIP is the name of like Big Bang's like stan, like fans, like big fans. Let's just carry on. I'm interested in it.
For some of you, I understand why you're upset. Obviously, it's heartbreaking to see one of your favorite groups lose a member.
Yep.
It still hasn't even hit me yet, but blindly defending him at this point makes you look ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. He is not only a very famous celebrity, he's a human being, and we should be treating him like any other human being in times like this.
And if anything, it's even more reason to, you know, criticize him because he has such a young audience, you know, such young people who look up to him more than a regular celebrity would do.
Defending him, acting like you know him personally is unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
As much as you may believe you know Seungri, you actually don't. If he's actually innocent, great, amazing. Questioning is important though, and I see a lot of people doing that, but if Seungri knew about the illegal happenings in his club and shared or watched the videos without telling the authorities, he's just as much to blame as the people soliciting the crimes.
Yeah.
Now, for all the people against him, a lot of you...
So, what I gather from this is that it's not actually him doing it, but his potential knowing of it is what is the crime. And, you know, anyone... Like, it's just, yeah. You know, if anyone, me, obviously, if you, I'm sure you the same, if you knew that was happening, you would say something about it, but apparently he's been letting it go on, and he does know. So I didn't realise that the things that happened were actually confirmed to definitely be real. And also his chat log has been confirmed to be legit, so surely that means he did know.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but sending hate towards Seungri right now, or getting fandoms involved, is not helping the situation.
Yeah,
These people just look immature. Obviously, if Seungri is found guilty, that would not be something to cheer or joke about. It would be devastating. But we would have to learn to live with the fact that he lied and made detrimental mistakes to many people's lives. But he must face the consequences of his actions just like any other citizen. Like I said, I feel for people on both sides right now. I'm sort of drifting in the middle, not really finding my place in the midst of all this insanity. I'm sure some of you can relate to wanting the best for Seungri from a fan standpoint, but more importantly, you should be wanting justice for the victims, no matter how at fault Seungri's public image may be.
Yeah, legitly.
Now, fandoms aside, this is a real-life tragedy. This goes far beyond K-pop and fandoms. Whether or not Seungri is even involved, everyone at the club who drugged the women, abused them, recorded them, shared the videos, and allowed this to continue on should be held accountable. This is terrifying and shows you how sick, misogynistic, and perverted the real world is. And what's important to understand is that we must have faith in the Korean police, the investigators, and the judicial system. They know what they're doing and we should trust them. There's bad media, so watch where you find your sources and get your information. But people saying this is one big misunderstanding or that it's a government cover-up should be ashamed of themselves. This is real life, you guys. People are perverted, people are pricks, and women were actually abused in the club with Seungri's face all over it point blank, whether or not he's involved. Now, where do we go from this?
That's the thing. So many good points. Firstly, if you happen to be watching creator of this video, very good points. Very, 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 very good points. Respect. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. People will blindly support someone just because if they're close. Like, for example, sorry I keep messing with this as well. It's annoying. Like, it's broken, so it keeps on going weird. But anyway, I'll stop now. But for example, say if you heard about a stranger doing something really bad, you'd be like, oh, that was really bad. But then if it happened to be like your sibling or your parents or someone you know personally, then you have a bias towards them. So you're like, yeah, it was bad, but I need to protect them. And you know, Seungri, you don't know all of the situations that happened, but regardless, Seungri should have, disclosed information. The people who did it should be penalised to, I think, the furthest extent possible in the South Korean justice system, because look, they've done so many wrong things. Add it all up, it's just like I can't explain how annoyed this makes me. It's just the fact that people can get away with this for so long, and I wonder if the women involved, due to the drugs, they even know it happened, and if they did, if they were threatened and blackmailed into not telling anyone, because I know it's not that easy. If anyone, especially women, if something bad happens to you and you can't always reach out to people, but should if you can. But yeah, I know it's not that simple. But I just wonder what the situation is with them. Like, do they know it happened? Do they all get drugged? Do some of them just go along with it because they got paid? Or, I want to know the situations of the victims more than Seungri, because it's a really interesting case. Not good, not nice at all, but it is interesting to learn about things, even if they are very bad like this. But yeah, carry on.
We live in a canceling era, whether you want to believe it or not. People are so quick to shutting public figures down or labeling them. Seungri may very well be subject to this. We see it many times in the West with the hashtag #MeToo movement and all that. But people saying Seungri and YG ruined Blackpink's comeback, I can promise you that's not true. But seriously, regarding Seungri, if he's found guilty, it won't turn out good for him. In 2004, a prostitution special law was put in place in Korea that ensures the pimp, aka Seungri, would face more intense charges than the prostitutes themselves. And since the Korean public isn't angry about the drugs, but rather about Seungri allegedly being a pimp, he may never return to media, TV, or music again.
Jeez.
And regarding Big Bang, this has become a massive scandal, and Seungri has literally left music and the band at this point, and honestly, I think this is the breaking point for them as a group. But all the fans and the public can do is wait for the results of the investigation. Seungri is said to enlist in the military this month, so the police are working extra hard and fast to uncover the truth behind his involvement in the crimes before he enlists, and then it becomes a military problem. That's all I have to say about that. I feel devastated, confused, anxious, as I'm sure many of you do as well. Please think of the countless victims in times like this and be patient in waiting for the investigation results. Leave your mind open. I'll leave the comment section open for discussion, so please let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.
Jeez. You can hear the pain in her voice as well. But yeah, jeez. That's so... I mean, like, since BTS, you know, is the only Korean, like, the only K-pop group I really know. If like if I put myself in that place and imagine one of them happening, like, because of course Seungri has this whole nice guy persona, which I'm not saying he's not a nice guy just because of this. A lot of people do bad stuff; they can still be good people ultimately. But obviously, you never expected this to ever happen. I'd assume VIP is the name of like big hit fans, like stans, whatever. But yeah, it's just so unexpected, you know, because Korean, like K-pop idols in particular, especially, usually have this persona where they're completely innocent, you know, and they're so upbeat and happy, and they have so many, like, especially so many young, impressionable fans, and mostly female audience as well. So for this to come out that you know, he knew and maybe even had involvement, but even if not, he knowingly, you know, he knew that this stuff was happening in a club that he endorsed, and he didn't remove his endorsement from it even, to a woman especially. It's just so wrong, it's so wrong. Like, I don't even know where to start, you know, I don't know where to start, you know. I want to make sure this video is not too long, if you don't mind me checking real quick. Okay, it's pretty long. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video, because I need to end the video now, it's nearly 20 minutes. But yeah, please let me know what you think of this in the comments. I would be very interested to see. And yes, yeah, make sure you suggest other videos for me to check out. It could be related to this situation, it's up to you, I don't mind. And I could look at some Big Bang stuff, but it would be a bit weird now, knowing that Seungri is like this, or almost pretty much known. But yeah, thank you for watching, and if you're still watching, leave a comment saying microphone, and I'll see your comments. And yeah, cheers.